Hello. I'm not sure who's watching right now, but welcome to yoga. For everyone who's here, let's set up your mat. You can use a yoga mat like I have, or you can use a towel. And also try to come into a space that is quiet and there's not a lot of distractions, not too many noises. So yeah, let's just get started there. And then coming into your space, let's work to set up a little kind of relaxing setting. So maybe lighting a candle, or for me, I'm going to light some incense. So setting that up, whatever that means to you. So just getting ready to practice. Maybe if you don't like lighting candles or incense, spraying some room spray. This one I got from Wegmans a little bit ago. It's pretty good. It's by a company named Zoom. They make natural things. So if you're ever looking for room mist, I recommend this one. This one is frankincense and myrrh. It smells really good. I'm already lighting incense though, so I'm not going to spray it. All right, I'm just going to move the flowers away from the incense because they probably won't like that too much. All right, so the recommendations that I got from who I've talked to someone asked for a vinyasa class and someone asked for gentle yoga. So those two things are pretty different. And the one person who responded to the length of the practice that they wanted a short practice. So I figure, why don't we do a short practice today since it's Easter Sunday and probably many of you are not watching right now just because it is Easter, and that's totally fine. If you want to take your holiday to relax and enjoy stuff and not put in any effort or stuff, I would recommend, if you practice daily yoga, to just at least come to your mat and come into child's pose. But otherwise, I understand not wanting to do a long practice. That's understandable. Okay, so right now it looks like nobody's watching. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and see maybe if some people will join. Besides setting up the room to your liking with whatever ambiance, proper lighting, more soft lighting is good now since it's starting to get a little dark out. Let's see what else. I was gonna say something and then it completely slipped my mind. What was I gonna say? Oh, if you want to play some music, you're totally welcome to play music in your house or wherever you are, if that's okay with your roommates and your housemates or your family. So go ahead and put a playlist on. I'm not going to play anything just because I feel like that's difficult. So yeah, well, let's get started. So we're going to come onto our mat. And if you need to set up music or set up anything, just feel free, get ready, and then come into the practice whenever you're ready. So we're going to start on the mat. We're going to come down to child's pose. So to do this, we're either going to keep our knees in together and then bring the forehead to the mat. Arms can reach out or they can reach back. Or we can bring the knees as wide as the mat and bringing the big toes to touch and then walking the sits bones onto the tops of the heels and stretching forward, forehead to the mat. So either way, come into your child's pose, however your body's feeling right now. Focusing on your breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And just really trying to let go of any tension. If you feel yourself holding on to something in your body, just try to let it loose and let it go. You don't want to hold on to anything that's unnecessary. So continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose, expanding in the lungs, maybe the belly rises. And exhaling through the nose, belly contracts. So continue breathing in and out. Maybe reaching the fingertips a little bit forward. Maybe lifting the elbows off the mat. Straightening out the arms, reaching forward. Or maybe keeping them on the mat. And then just really come into your breath and come into your body here. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, we're going to come up to tabletop. So our wrists are going to be underneath our shoulders. Our knees are going to be underneath our hips. Going to be on the tops of the feet. And really clawing through the fingertips so that the fingertips are really gripping the mat. You want to kind of have some whiteness throughout the middle of your fingers. That's how you can tell if you're doing it right. So taking a breath in and a breath out. Then inhale, look up, tailbone tucks up. Then exhale, rounding in, tailbone tucks down, chin to chest. Inhale, looking up, cat. Exhaling, rounding in, cow. So take 3 more of these at your own pace, following your breath. When you're ready, come to a neutral spine, back into tabletop. And we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to inhale the right arm up, gaze up at the fingers, and exhale, threading it through underneath the left arm, coming on to the right cheek, gazing to the left. So breathing here, feeling this twist. Maybe keeping the left arm on the mat or bringing the arm behind into a half bind. If you did a half bind, bring the left arm back to the mat and pressing up through the palm, coming back to tabletop. We're going to take it on the left. We're going to inhale the left arm up, look up at the hand, and exhale, draw it through underneath the right arm, coming down onto the left shoulder, left cheek touches the mat, gazing to the right. So again, breathing here, feeling this twist. Maybe keeping the arm on the mat or taking the arm behind into a half bind. If you did a half bind, return the hand and arm back to the mat and press into the palm, pressing back into tabletop. And maybe take any more additional movements that you're feeling like, maybe some hip circles, going around in a circular movement in one direction, maybe reversing in the opposite direction. Maybe just swaying side to side in a semicircle with the hips. Maybe doing some wrist exercises, whatever that looks to you. So just move how your body's feeling like right now. Doesn't have to be any certain way, just whatever you're feeling. Just focus on your breath and your body movement. On an inhale, we're going to rise up to downward facing dog. So pressing into those palms, lifting up through the hips, chest presses back towards the thighs, and heels drop down towards the mat. So the heels can be pressed onto the mat or they can be lifted off. It's up to what your body needs. If you need to bend through the knees at all, feel free. And gaze should be either in between the toes or in between the knees, whichever is more natural for you. So breathing in and breathing out. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. Maybe walking your dog, bending into one knee and straightening the other, then bending into the other knee and straightening the other leg. Breathing in, straighten and bend. And exhale, straighten and bend. So just go through this pattern, following your breath if you'd like to, or stay still in down dog. At any point you need a break, just remember you can always come back to child's pose or to downward facing dog. So if you've been moving, come into stillness. Inhale, exhale up to the top of the mat and jump or step forward, coming into a forward fold, coming to ragdoll. So we're gonna have about 6 to 8 inches in between the feet, about hip distance apart. And then we're going to hinge from the hips, bending down, really letting go of any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Just drop everything here. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows to make a box around the head. Maybe swaying side to side, following your breath. Then when you're done, come into stillness, drop everything down. And heel toe your feet together so that your toes are touching. And on an inhale, start to rise up into extended mountain pose, bringing the arms up and overhead, gaze up, maybe a slight back bend. Then exhaling, palms to heart center. So I invite you to close your eyes and get comfortable here, maybe looping the shoulders down and back so that the shoulder blades are drawing closer to each other. Maybe a slight bend through the knees, a little micro bend. And just breathe here. And maybe think of something that you're grateful for today. Or think of an intention for your practice. Our practice is going to be short and sweet, so just consider that throughout this. On an inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder blades draw together. And exhale, stepping back to high plank. So for high plank, we're going to have the wrists over the shoulders, well, underneath the shoulders. And our feet are going to be about hip distance apart. We're really activating our glutes and our thighs, really activating all the muscles throughout the body here. On an exhale, we're going to tip and lower, coming to a 90-degree angle through the arms, and inhaling up to upward facing dog or cobra, dropping the knees, and exhale back to downward facing dog. So that we just did is a vinyasa. So for this practice, you can either skip that or you can stay with it. That's fine. We're not going to do too many since it is going to be a quick practice. So do whatever's best for your body in this present moment. So coming into downward facing dog, taking a breath in through the nose and a breath out through the nose. Inhaling, look up to the top of the mat and jump or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up, extended mountain pose. And then exhaling, maybe stepping back, the walls in front of you, coming into chair pose. So bending through the knees, really making sure to tuck the tailbone down so you can have it out. Try to tuck it so that it's like your back is up against a wall or a chair, because it's called chair pose. That would make the most sense, right? So we're going to want to make sure that our knees are not extending over our toes, and most of our weight's going to be in the back of our heels. So you can lift those toes off the mat. And either extend the arms out in front of you, pinky fingers rotating in, or bring the hands to heart center. Whatever you're feeling like doing, whatever's best for you. Inhale in, exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper. Breathing in, exhaling, sink deeper if you can. Really try to find that spot that's not pushing it too far, but also that you're not doing too little. Breathing in, maybe lower some more, and exhaling, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the palms and step or jump back to high plank. Tip and lower to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an additional breath in and breath out, and your down dog. Setting up for the next pose. On an inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up, and we're going to bend through that knee, fanning the hip open, stacking the hips over one another, really flexing through that foot. And then exhaling, bringing the foot back down to the mat. On an inhale, lift the left leg up, bend and fan that hip open, stacking the hips over to the right side of the mat. Again, flexing through that flying foot. Breathing in and breathing out, foot returns to the mat. On an inhale, we're going to lift the right leg and send it forward to the top of the mat, coming into a low lunge. So making sure that there's a 90-degree angle through the front leg. And we can look forward in front of us or down on our mat. Try not to collapse here. Trying to really keep our bodies upright and active. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And you can always drop your knee if you need to. That's always an option. And on an inhale, bring the palms together and come up into crescent lunge on the right side. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale the shoulders down and back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the palms back together. Inhale and exhale, bringing the left elbow down to the right thigh on the outside, twisting in our crescent lunge. So again, you can drop the knee here for a modification. And if you're not modifying it, even if you are modifying it, really press into the palms, inhaling in and exhaling to twist more. Inhaling in, exhaling, maybe twisting more. Really making sure that we're keeping the hips so they're not sinking down, keeping the hips up so that we maintain that 90-degree angle. And on an exhale, plant the palms, step back to high plank, tip and lower to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take a breath in and a breath out, setting up for the left side. Take a couple more breaths. On an inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale it, bring it in between the toes, in between the hands at the top of your mat. Coming into our low lunge again. So making sure that there's this 90-degree angle in the front leg. And then just looking forward at whatever's in front of us. Right now, a door's in front of me, so I'm looking at that. Or you can look down at your mat about a foot in front of your own foot. So around this area. And breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. On an inhale, bring the palms together and rise up into crescent lunge. So again, we're going to maintain that 90-degree angle in the front leg. And we're going to stack the heel over the ball of the foot. And just breathe here and be here in your crescent lunge. Maybe feeling some shakiness through the legs, that's okay. Inhale in, exhale the shoulders down. Inhale in and up, maybe taking the gaze up and back, a little slight back bend. And then exhaling the palms together. Breathe in, exhaling, twisting to the left, bringing the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and twisting, pressing the palms together. Maybe bringing the knee down to the mat for a modification if you need it. Doing what's right for your body in this present moment. Breathing in, exhaling, twisting. Breathing in, exhaling, twisting. Breathing in, exhaling and twisting. Inhale in and exhaling, planting the palms to the mat and stepping back into your high plank, tip and lower to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So coming into our down dog, take a breath here. Take a few breaths, just setting up for the next set of poses we will be doing. On an inhale, looking up to the top of the mat. And exhale, travel, jumping forwards or stepping your feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, the arms up and overhead, gaze up. Exhaling, the palms to center. So we're going to do some bouncing poses now that we're here. So first we're going to start out with eagle pose. We're going to do this on the right and on the left side. So to start on the right side, we're going to shift our weight into the left standing leg. So bring the weight into this leg, doing a little micro bend through it. Then bringing the right arm under the left, clasping at the hands. You can also take your hands, just bring them out to goalpost and then bring them together, coming into a 90-degree angle in front of you, or you can give yourself a hug. So pick whichever arm variation you'd like to do. And then bring that weight into your left standing leg and start to bend into that leg, crossing the right thigh over the left thigh, squeezing it together, tucking the tailbone down, really trying to maintain a flat back here, neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, maybe sink a little bit more. Remembering to focus on a gaze point or a drishti. We always want to do that when we're bouncing. It helps us to stay with our center of gravity and also keeping the abdominal muscles up and in. That helps us to bounce. So exhaling, release. Then we're going to take it on the left side. So we're going to bring the weight into our right standing leg. And we're going to take the left arm under the right, clasping at the hands, coming to a 90-degree angle. So you want your elbows to be in line with your shoulders, and you want your arms, your forearms to come out to a 90-degree angle. So they're not too far in, not too far out. Then bring that micro bend into the standing leg, shifting your weight. Bring the left leg, the left thigh over the right, and flex through the standing or the flying foot. So your left foot. And we're going to tuck the tailbone down. Inhale and exhale. Sink a little bit more into the right knee. Inhale, exhale. Sink a little more if you can. Inhale, exhale, sink lower. And exhaling, release. Maybe shaking it out here. Kind of bringing the arms, waving them around, bending through the legs. Maybe doing some shoulder rolls, going up and back. Following your breath. And then maybe taking it the opposite direction, going up and forward. So just doing whatever is necessary for your body in this moment. Then we're going to come into a pose that you may be familiar with. We're going to come into a tree pose. So we're going to start on the right side. So again, for the right side, we're going to shift our weight into the left standing leg, coming into a micro bend. And we can keep our foot planted on the mat. We can bring it to the ankle, or we can grab our foot and take it to the inside of the left thigh, the upper left thigh. So once you pick your foot variation, just bring your hands to heart center and pick a drishti. Pick a gaze point where you want to focus. And this is the only point that you will focus on throughout this pose. Once you've picked one and you feel steady, grow your branches, coming into an arm variation. Maybe bringing the palms up and together, overhead, pressing together. Maybe clasping your hands together and bringing them up top so that your palms face the ceiling. Maybe coming to goalpost arms so that the shoulder blades are retracting together. Come into your variation of tree. And it's okay if you lose it. It's okay if you come out of the pose. You can always come back. On an exhale, bring the palms back to heart center. And inhale in and exhale the right foot down to the mat. Then we're going to come into the left side. So we're going to shift our weight to the right standing leg, coming into that little micro bend in the knee. And then we can plant the foot on the mat. We can bring the foot to the ankle, or we can bring that foot up to our inner right thigh. And then again, picking a drishti point and bringing your palms to heart center. Really pushing the left foot into your right thigh, kind of so that they're working against each other. So once you feel comfortable, grow your branches up to some arm variation. Inhale, and exhale the shoulders down and back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, it's okay if you fall out of this pose. You can always come back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, maybe gazing up to challenge yourself. And breathing out, bringing the palms back down the heart center. Inhale in and exhale it out and down, releasing out of your tree pose. All right, so since this is going to be a short practice, we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to do a little bit of stretching and then Shavasana and call it a night. So let's come down to the mat, coming down onto our bums. And we're going to stretch the legs out in front of us, flexing through the feet, and then plant the palms down next to your glutes, right next to your hips. We're really going to press those palms into the mat so that the heart faces forward, gazes forward. Shoulder blades are retracting together, so your shoulders are not forward, they're back. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. And exhale, folding forward, coming to a forward fold. So grab what you can. If you're not super flexible like me, that's perfectly okay. Not everyone's very flexible when they do yoga. And it takes time to build up flexibility. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling in, exhaling out. On an inhale, coming back up. Then we're going to do some seated twists. So we're going to inhale the right foot to the outside of, well, actually the inside of our left thigh. You're going to want to have about a fist width distance between your foot and your thigh. So that much distance in between. So you're going to plant this foot down. You're going to flex through the left foot. And then you're going to turn towards the right, twisting to the right. Bring the palm down to the mat behind you. Fingertips can go towards the back of the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. And for this, we really want to hook our left elbow around our right knee. We don't really want to grab onto the knee because that's not really going to help us to twist. Plus, we'll be gripping it. We don't really want that. Breathing in and breathing out, maybe twisting further. Breathing in and breathing out, remembering to flex through the foot. Breathing in and breathing out, twisting as far as you can without pushing yourself. Breathing in and breathing out, bring it back to center. So we're going to extend the right leg long, flexing through the foot, and we're going to bring the left foot in to the inside of the right thigh. So again, we're going to keep that fist distance in between the foot and the thigh. And we're going to inhale, gazing forward, grabbing our knee, and then exhale, twist to the left, bringing that left hand down behind our left glute. Really making sure that our chest is upright and that our spine is pretty neutral here. It is twisting, but it's not hunching over, and we're not really opening up too much. Really just trying to maintain a neutral spine. Inhaling in, exhaling out, twisting further. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, twisting more. Inhale in and exhale out. Breathe in and breathing out, coming back to the front of your mat. And also I realized that I said to keep a neutral spine in the twist. That doesn't make any sense. It's more just keeping your heart up and out and just not collapsing through the back and through the spine, just making sure that you're staying more upright. But obviously your spine is kind of moving there. So, all right, then when you're ready, we're gonna come onto our back to the mat. And we're gonna inhale the right leg in to the chest. And then you can't really see my head here, but let me see if I move forward a little. Yeah, you can see it now. All right. So we're going to inhale that right leg in towards the chest and then drop it over to the left, gaze to the right, looking out to the right palm, coming into this really great supine twist. Really feeling that stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling the right leg in and sending it forward, exhaling and inhaling the left leg in. And then exhaling, sending it over to the right, gazing to the left, bringing the left arm out to the left and gazing over that hand. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 And breathing in, bringing the left leg back into the chest and exhaling the left leg out to extend in front of us, setting up for Shavasana. So for this pose, we're going to want to bring the left foot to the outer edge of our mat and the right foot to the outer edge of the right side of the mat. And then you can come to whichever variation that your hands feel comfortable. You can bring them alongside your body with your palms facing down, or you can flip them up, or you can bring one to your heart and one to your stomach. Feeling your heartbeat and feeling your breathing here. So pick whichever arms, wherever you want to put your arms, however you're feeling right now, choose that. And then I invite you to close your eyes and just tune in with your body. Tune in to how it's feeling right now. Is it feeling tired after your long Easter day? Is it feeling energized after our kind of invigorating practice? Is it feeling stressed? Are you feeling tension in the body? And if you feel any tension in the body, just try to be mindful and let that tension go if you can. If the tension that you feel is not that easy to let go, then simply try to breathe into that area. And direct your energy to that area. But don't try to hyper focus on the area. Don't overthink it. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And just taking a few moments to think about something that you're grateful for today. I'm sure there's something, even if it's something minuscule, that you're grateful for. For me, I'm grateful for the nice weather that we had today, that we were able to get out and enjoy the fresh air and the flowers and the sunshine on this Easter Sunday. So just ponder this for a few more moments. Continuing to breathe. Then when you're ready, start gaining some movement into the feet, maybe into the fingers, just moving them around. And on an inhale, flipping over onto our right side, coming into a fetus position, and just taking a moment here to relax. On an inhale, pressing into the palm, lifting up, and coming into a comfortable seat. So you can come into cross-legged position or into any other seat that's comfortable for you tonight. So we're going to do a little bit of movement to wake up our body after that little break that we had. We're going to do some seated cat-cows. So inhaling, shining the chest and heart forward, gazing up, and then exhaling, bringing the palms forward and rounding through the spine, bringing the chin to chest. Inhale, looking forward and up, cat. Exhale, round, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. On an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up and overhead, gaze up. And exhale, bring the palms to heart center. And I invite you to close your eyes here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Drop the shoulders down and back. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming to a neutral spine. So that the crown of the head is facing forward and towards the top of the ceiling. So coming back to your intention, think about how your practice went. Think about what you're grateful for today. And on an inhale, we're going to bring the palms up to the third eye, so in between the eyebrows. The divine and light in me recognizes the divine and light in each and every one of you. I thank you for practicing with me tonight on this Easter Sunday, taking time out of your holiday to do something good and caring for your body. Inhaling in and exhaling, bowing forward, saying namaste. I can't talk. And then exhaling, planting the palms down, sealing your practice maybe, or starting to roll up your mat, and then going on with your night. So I thank you guys so much for practicing with me tonight. I know it was kind of an unusual time. Well, I guess all of these times are a little bit unusual nowadays. But when I scheduled this, I kind of forgot that today was Easter. So that's how it goes, I guess. I always thought Easter was later in the month, so I thought it was going to come later, and I really wasn't thinking about it with everything going on, and my school's online now, and everything's changing, really everything. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you're staying safe and washing your hands and wearing masks when you're going out and just trying to take everyone else's health into consideration, not just your own. So have a great night, and I'll see you next Sunday.